We liked the song right away, but never realized how good it really was. We were just anxious to record something. We had already recorded Adam and Eve and Weemaway, but Gene didn't think they were strong enough to break out through the hundreds of would-be hits by other hungry groups. We found out later that Gene would always try to record 3 songs at each session. He was still looking for his smash. We sang Teenager in Love on the subway going home, standing around a pole, hands holding on to it to steady us from the rocking subway ride. This was an incredible feeling. The train wasn't crowded, but none of us wanted to sit down. I felt so close to all the guys. We were like brothers. Perhaps the other passengers in that subway car thought we were crazy teenagers, but they applauded when we finished singing. Life was good. The first part of an incredible dream was about to happen, and we all felt it. There was not any one time since we started this group that felt as good. All of the countless hours of practicing were about to pay off. We had great, not good, but great harmony from all the hours spent practicing the perfect harmony with the perfect 5 guys. All of the trial and error sessions lasting well into the night to hammer out harmony were about to pay off. Of course, it did not hurt that Phil and Albie were brothers. Their voices were meant to be in harmony. Georgie, being related, had similar vocal qualities. In addition, Bobby, a friend of Albie and Phil from elementary school, could harmonize with anyone. The addition of my bass voice rounded out the smooth, creamy harmony of the Mystics. I couldn't wait to tell my parents, my kid brother Richie, my cousin Kenig, and my friends. That night, Jim Gribble called Bobby and said that Gene wanted the group at his office the next day at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. On the way in, we imagined that Gene had found an even better song for us. When we walked into the office, Gene asked everyone to grab a chair as they went into the music room. Sitting at the piano was Morty Schumann, looking a little sad. I knew Morty from the neighborhood. He was a few years older than I and lived on 79th Street and 18th Avenue. Georgie also lived on 79th Street, but more towards 15th Avenue. Morty would pass my house on his way to the 79th Street train station. He would just give me a little wave like "Hi kid" as he passed, not knowing that someday we would ever be in the same room with him as a songwriter and me as part of a group about to sing a song he wrote. That thought blows my mind. Doc was in his wheelchair alongside Morty as Gene spoke. I really hate to do this to you guys, but Bob, Elliot, and I had a meeting about Teenager in Love. We feel that this song is an incredible smash hit, and Lori needs a big hit badly. At this point, nobody except Bob and Elliot knew where Gene was going with this, but concern was starting to spread throughout everyone's mind as he continued. You see, guys, the Mystics really don't have a track record at this point for advanced sales, and that's what we need. Gribble lit up another Chesterfield and shifted in his chair. He took one of his long 10-second drags, crossed his legs, and tilted his head so he could hear better. He did not look happy. In an up-tempo, happy voice, as if he were giving us a gift, Gene said, "So, we'd like Doc and Morty to write you guys another song." Gene Schwartz was a real nice man, and I guess he truly felt bad, but business was business. He knew that by allowing the Mystics to record Teenager in Love, Lori would have a hit, but not as big as Dion and the Belmonts might deliver. Since Dion had just come off 2 decent charted records, this could be a monster. So, Gene said, we're going to let Dion record Teenager in Love. The room went completely silent. My jaw dropped. Jim lit another cigarette from the match that Bobby and Albie had just used to light their cigarettes. It looked like a wake, with people just staring into space. It was a very awkward silence, which Gene finally broke. I'm sorry, guys, but I really have to do this.